Good morning. Hello. Welcome to You've Got a Thing with Milwaukee Theater Alliance. And I, myself, am Maggie Marks with Sunstone Studios. And I have the great pleasure and fortune to be here today with Lisa Rasmussen and Suzan Fete from Renaissance Theaterworks. They are doing The Cake by, can you tell me how to pronounce Becca's last name?
Brunstetter.
Oh, goodness. A dog.
Becca Brunstetter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yes. And 1 second. Thurston.
Lisa.
He's allowed.
I'm gonna kind of miss dogs not being part of our general milieu,
You know.
That's okay.
Yes, he's okay now. He's
Good.
the mailman. He wanted.
You gotta protect your house, man.
Right. So today we've got the cake that we're discussing for Renaissance Theaterworks. I'm so excited about this production. You've had great reviews. Just first off, tell us about the show. I know it runs through November 14th, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we're so excited as well. We were so happy to get the rights and be able to produce this lovely, timely play. It tells the story of Della. It is almost entirely her story. And Della is a devout Christian in North Carolina. She runs her own bakery, Della Sweets, and she loves buttercream. And she is a good, decent person. And she wants nothing more than to make her goddaughter a cake for her wedding.
Sure.
Until she realizes that her goddaughter is marrying a woman. Yeah. So, and it's something that she's never had to deal with on a personal level before. And Becca Brunstetter wrote this lovely play with a few intentions. I mean, for one thing, she writes plays, but her father, Peter Brunstetter, he was a Republican senator, and they grew up, Becca grew up in a very conservative household, very religious, and she wanted to write plays that humanized more conservative characters and to try to help her father understand her support of gay marriage. So, and she does all of it with a great heart and comic flair. And to me, the most important thing of the play is how difficult it is to demonize someone when you love them, even if you feel completely differently than they do. And I think it's about people and love. And just different ways to bring us all together, which is now my favorite genre. I've decided it's yeah. So it reminds me actually a lot of, even though it's a completely different storyline, but of Ted Lasso and stories like that, and things that are about their timely, but you don't see the ending coming.
Right.
Yes, so
I understand there's a twist at the end.
There is. I mean, it depends. When my husband read that, he was like, "What twist?" But so I guess it depends on how you define it. But yeah, and we've got a fantastic cast. Tara Mallon, who played Della in Chicago at Rivendell, Rivendell Theater Ensemble in Chicago, which has a similar mission to Renaissance.
And once you're done, I want to hear about your mission at Renaissance.
Okay, lovely. And Sam White, who's coming to us from Madison, he's done a lot of stuff with Forward. He plays Tim, and Courtney. It's so funny how all of this has worked out. Courtney Tucker, who's now based in LA, but went to graduate school in Chicago and is good friends with Mallory Metoxen, who was our artistic associate. So, and April Paul, who's just, they're all amazing. And I'm so excited to get to work with April because I never have in all these years. So that's been just a love fest all the way around.
Yeah. And this is, oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry, go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, this is, hi, sorry, internet. This is April's third show with Renaissance. She was in Luna Gale, and then she was in Russian Transport. But Suzan's never been her director, so I know we've talked about it, April and I, in the lobby, and she's really excited to work with you too.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Renaissance mission. You know, you're a woman-founded, woman-run company, and you choose just wonderful works to be able to represent the female voice. How do you source that? How did you find this piece? I know there's several questions in there, but go to.
Lisa, do you want to take the mission?
Sure. I love to, I take the mission up every morning. I brush my teeth and take that mission. It's like a little pledge, I say to myself. We, to sum it up, we're theater by women for everyone. So we're the second oldest theater in the nation with a mission toward gender parity. And that is thanks to our 5 co-founders, one of whom is Suzan. 29 years ago when she was 11, right?
11 and a half.
Yeah. She founded Renaissance with Marie Kohler, Raylene McMillian, Michelle Traban, and Jennifer Rupp. And, you know, just we wanted to, or you wanted to, make sure that there were stories told about women that were meaningful by women, written by women, and, you know, roles for women on stage and off. So we've been doing it, and, you know, just doing 3 shows a year ends up making a dent if you do it long enough. So we've kind of changed the dynamics of women's works produced in Milwaukee and in Wisconsin just by doing it long enough. So thank you, Suzan.
Oh gosh. Yeah. It's been, you know, I work with my best friends and doing stuff that I love 20% of the time. The rest of the time, as every theater maker knows, is falling
schlepping.
Yeah. But you know, yeah, I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I really am. And oh, sorry. But
hi, Juliana.
Oh, Juliana. Hi. But yeah, we do, like every company, we look for plays that we would like to see, and we try to find balance in that. And the Kilroy list has been hugely helpful. So I hope that never goes away. And yeah, and that's we found the cake initially.
Yeah, we have to tell people what the Kilroy's list is.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Kilroy's list. Oh, shoot. And I'm probably not going to. It's a list that's published every year that was created, I think, in 2014 to a response from a town hall done by the Washington Post, where there were several male artistic directors that said, there's just no women's plays. There's just no plays written by women. And there are just none coming down the pike, you know. It's like Carol Churchill. And so in response to that, theater makers from all over the country created a list of plays written by women and women identifying playwrights that they felt should be produced, that had not been produced or had only been produced once. And yeah, and on that are plays, my gosh, now Russian Transport was one of those plays. The Cake was one of those plays. Now, of course, I'm blanking, but a bunch of really cool stuff, and you can Google it and look it up. And I guess they got the name from, which seems strange, but from the World War II Kilroy, you know, this is the universal sign for the little guy over the wall. And yeah, so that's been really helpful.
Well, what made you choose this piece? Because of we had talked earlier about bringing things together and
Mhm.
marrying, all of these ideas and kind of trying to come together as a community.
Yeah, I think I ordered it when I read about what it was about.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's so long ago now because, we were supposed to produce it last year. And so, um, and I read it and I loved it. And we applied for the rights as soon as we could. And I think that was back in 2018. And we got them. Um, and the rest is history. I just love the story right away. It's so funny. And I love comedy.
Yeah,
And as we all know, good comedies are really hard to find.
they are.
And it also, the thing that I really realized, like, after it's up now and I see the responses from people, it's part of it is a love story between a man and a woman who are my age,
Mm.
and that you don't see that
You
very
don't
often. Y-
know.
and so because our audience, like all theater audiences, tend to be a little older, um, they love it too. And
What?
I think that's been really fun. So
Oh,
Yeah, these are the show images taken by Ross Sentner.
the set looks
And
amazing.
the set is amazing. Um, I
thanks, Jamie Lynn,
What?
behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
um, I'm trying to think of Simone's last name real quickly. Our prop
Teg
master,
Teggy.
Teggy, and Steve
Barnes.
Barnes. I'm so sorry. I've worked, like I
It's morning time, Susan. It's
it is
okay.
morning time. Anyway, I'm so sorry. They were amazing, and we had the most incredible crew. And you see that little cross right there? That was my son's first communion cross. We're not really religious, but
Oh.
grandma, Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of cool.
So talk to me a little bit about the social change that happens in this show. And I mean, from what I understand, I haven't had the privilege of seeing the show yet, but I know there is a lesbian couple that come to Della to have her make this cake, and she's grappling with that
Mhm.
vision. And just how did you deal with that as a director with your actors, and what were the messages that you discussed and had to kind of work through?
Um, I think I think the biggest well, most of the play takes place over 3 days. And I think one of the things that we talked about a lot is that 3/4 of the people in the play love each other very much. Um, Macy, Courtney Tucker's character, loves Jen very much, her betrothed, but and she doesn't know the other people. So she comes in with all of the beliefs that we all have, about people on the other side of the political spectrum,
Mm.
and just how harmful that is when you've already decided how someone is going to behave.
Yep.
And Della has the same impressions of Macy, um, but they're both decent people,
Mm-hmm.
and um, they have a loved one in common. And so, how hard do you try to understand
Yep.
when that's the situation? And one of the things that I had forgotten about while we were doing this is that I could be getting the dates wrong, but I think even as late as 2010, President Obama was still not supportive of gay marriage.
Mm.
And, he changed and for those of us over 60, it's a big cultural shift
Yeah.
So of course it's going to take someone more than a day to come out on the other side.
Right. Yeah,
So
it
I
doesn't
think,
matter bad.
yeah, that's the thing, is that people do need people who are truly interested in opening their hearts to others might need a little bit of time to get their head around that. And we have to be willing to give them that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lines in the show is,
Mhm.
she says, and I'm going to get it a little wrong because I wasn't in rehearsal every day like Suzan was, but
Me too. So
but I can change. I'm trying to change.
mhm.
I can't, what does she say? I can't do it overnight.
Yeah, she says, I can't do it all at once. I
Yeah.
can't, I'm open to change. I'm trying,
Mhm.
but you can't expect me to change in a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
And I just love how everyone is treated with such beautiful, nuanced humanity and in a
mhm.
comedy somehow. I mean, the
Mhm.
writing is just amazing. The directing is amazing too.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It was really fun.
It's true. It's just true. Um, and yeah, I I love that because there's no villain. There's no,
Mhm.
they're just people trying to do their best and love each other,
Mhm.
but in practice, what does that mean when it
Yeah.
conflicts with your beliefs or, you
Yeah,
know,
and the thing that I honest to God just thought of right at this second
tell me.
was that no one lies.
Oh,
They're
that's
not willing to pretend, which is really cool, because I was thinking, yeah, if I needed more time, I probably would have gone, just gone along to, but which is not good. That's not a good way to be, it's like, so they're real interested in really changing.
they're true to
Mhm.
themselves within the moment and not just,
Right,
oh yeah, sure.
right, right.
That's
Which
what
is, yeah, like I said, it's something I didn't, I probably shouldn't say that out loud, but I never thought of it until right now.
well, in the theater you tend to want to make sure everything works well,
Mhm.
and so sometimes that's compromising your thoughts
Yeah,
aloud to make things move forward,
yeah,
so I think we're all
yes,
guilty of that,
yeah.
you know.
Well said, Nikki.
But it's also based on a true story from a newspaper clipping from a man who was went
Mhm,
to to court to
mhm,
originally had won a battle because he didn't want to make a cake for someone,
mhm,
and the next time was because he didn't want to make a cake for another individual, and he lost that one. Am I?
mhm, mhm. I believe so, yeah, and so, the case in Denver, and I'm blanking out on the name of the bakery right now, but, yes, um, and like I said, it's a lot easier to demonize a stranger.
Mhm.
So, I think her twist on the story is, "But what if it's your daughter?"
Yeah,
You know?
to make it
Um,
personal.
yeah, yeah, and wouldn't I mean, not that I certainly can't do this, but what a different world it would be if we thought of everyone like that,
Right.
you know?
Every interaction.
Um,
This is,
yeah,
close to
yeah,
home. What a beautiful.
absolutely. Yeah.
And then that, Becca Brunstetter wrote it, with that case in mind, but
Mhm.
also sorry if I was
That's
internet
okay.
out.
No,
Well,
no, it
if you talked about this,
should
but
be repeated.
yeah, that she wrote to talk to her dad who,
Mhm,
had more conservative beliefs and, what a great way to talk to your dad, write a brilliant
mhm.
play, that humanizes everyone and is funny too. So, yeah, and, as it says on the screen, it runs until the 14th, and we're at our new home at the, Next Act Theater at 255 South Water
And,
Street.
and this is your first full production in the new space, correct?
Yes,
I
Yeah.
know you did
yes.
break earlier in the fall.
Yes, yeah, that was June
Mhm,
actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we did
Yes.
a showcase of short plays in June
Right.
from Brink years past, and then we did a new
mhm,
2 nights of readings for Brink this year, and Maggie knows because she's been a part of Brink before, a brilliant part.
Yes.
The last real Brink before this year.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
Adam could have shot too in that one.
Mhm.
Fun. And we
That's right.
as well.
That was fun. Yeah. Feels like a million years ago, but yes.
So how is that? Are you loving being at the Next Act space?
It's wonderful.
It's
It's
amazing.
just wonderful. Yeah. David Cesarini is Next
Producing
Act
artistic director.
And and I've known David since I moved here in, whenever that was, 1990. And
Well,
he's always been a huge supporter.
What'd you say, Maggie?
Before at the Broadway on St. Paul and Broadway.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And he's wonderful. The whole Next Act staff is wonderful. And they're almost, we've all been friends for a really long time. And so, yeah, we've got wonderful supportive partners there. And it's
a beautiful space. Yeah. And they've been such great partners. And anyone who comes to see the show gets a little sweet treat at the end.
Yes.
So,
ooh.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's right from the playwright. She has some instructions at the end of the play, so that she would like people to do. So, got to come see what it's all about.
Oh my goodness! So, well, the play runs until the 14th. Tell everybody, do you still have remaining? This week you have until Sunday, correct? And then through next Sunday.
And we have a Wednesday matinee next week, Wednesday at 1.
And and then Wednesday night is Wine Wednesday. And I think we still have some tickets left for that. And yes, every Wednesday you get at night, if you're over 21 and all of those things, you got to
restrictions reply
on us. I know. Because I didn't say it the last time and I got in trouble. Yeah.
Everyone gets a glass of wine on Wine Wednesday.
Yeah.
Restrictions apply.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness! I intend to come to the show this week, and I implore everybody who's listening to go and see the show before you lose your chance.
Yeah.
My goodness, it's so much fun chatting with you, Lisa and Suzan, and it sounds like what a lovely, timely piece to be doing during this crazy period of,
and I guess I should say, just, in the strange times, so everyone's aware, please bring your vaccination card. We're checking them at the door with your ID, or a negative test within 72 hours. And we wear masks the whole time we're in the theater, but it's totally easy to laugh through a mask, I have found. So what better time to be together and laugh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So lovely to chat with you. And
so nice to talk to you too.
It's good to see your faces.
I know. What a beautiful face you have.
And you. Everybody go see The Cake until November 15th.
14th.
14th. Well,
that's okay.
Make it to the 15th now. Until November 15th. Lovely. And keep doing what? Do you have anything coming up? What's next? Just quickly.
What's next is actually in March. Yes. Once again, we closed a week before we were going to start tech for Actually is when the shutdown happened, and we're so happy to be able to really produce it.
Oh, I'm excited to see it too.
And we're totally going to do a show swap in March too.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
We're going to get this. We're going to start a trend, and it's going to be.
I know. That would be awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll get jackets made.
For those
Swapsies.
Right.
For those of you who are, aren't in my email inbox, Lisa and I tried to put something together where we could get people from The Cake to come over to Wink for free, and just, to promote solidarity in the community and camaraderie. And really, my thing is that I want to normalize seeing more shows.
Yes.
Because we're at this thing where it's like people go once a month, and I understand that, but I would love to see people go to a show once a week. I would love to see people go to a show twice a week. Get out of your house after this damn pandemic. Be around people, even right now, if it's in a mask. That will end. I'm claiming it. It will end someday.
Sure it will.
My son's vaccinated today.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. Fantastic.
And so, get people to go, get off your couch, get out of your house, go and be around people, and go and see the Cake on Monday at Industry Night, and come and see Wink on Thursday for free. That's, we can make
that's wonderful
happen. We can make these things happen.
We absolutely can. And I'm ready.
Taming also.
Yes. And then we add, we could make a trifecta, throw the Taming in there too, and have a whole bunch of, awesome female playwright things going. And we can totally make it happen.
Absolutely. Because this is what happens when women are in charge.
It is absolutely 100% real.
I know.
And everyone's welcome.
I am right behind you on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Want something done, have a woman do it.
Yeah.
Joanna just gave me a great book, and I don't have it in front of me, and she can post the title of it, and I already read the first page, and I'm like, this is awesome. It's like Women and Other Monsters.
Ooh, I like it already.
Oh yes.
Cool.
That's the inside cover, and we are going to take over the world. We are going to take over the theater world in spring. It's going to be a real thing. We're going to make it happen.
I love it.
I'm stating it right now and putting out into the universe right now.
Great. Yes.
So
this is the best.
Thank you too for even being game for this experiment this week in the first place. We had one person, but that one person is the start of a thing.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for everything you do. And it's so welcome, and it's so needed. And I can't wait to further the cause. Yes,
absolutely. We will talk more soon. Have a great 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'm going to speak in there too. That Wednesday matinee is really enticing to me. So
good. Great closing, great opening.
Like we'll be in school.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's a 90-minute show. You'll be done by pickup. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No intermission.
Right.
Love it. I love no intermission shows.
Yeah.
Be well, ladies. We'll talk more soon.
You too. Bye-bye. Congratulations to both of you.
Yeah. So we should talk about that Taming show. Well, first, okay, let's do this thing. Let me show these first, because you just opened, but we've got a show closing tonight. This is the last show of Cabaret Milwaukee. They're the third in their season of their wonderful new works that they do. You can go to cabaretmke.com, I believe. I totally forgot my note sheet. Damn it. All right. But they're closing tonight. This is the last chance you have to do that. Tomorrow night, and I mean this for real, Wink will close. I have it on good authority that Wink is closing tomorrow night. Same thing. The same thing as the Cake. Like just funny. There's some funny, amazing work going on right at this very moment in time, and it's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you feel better being around people, and you're just going to feel better about life, no matter if you have a damn mask on your face or not, after going and seeing live theater. It is real. I have it from the mouths of patrons. It's just a real thing, and you need to do it. So you can go to theconstructivist.org. Our tickets are only $20. I am there every night. My actors hate it, but I'm there to talk to you. So be there. I have it on good authority that a show just opened last night. It's called The Thing. It's by Lauren Gunderson, who is a very, very amazing and popular playwright who writes wonderful, thought-provoking, and again, funny things. How was opening, Maggie Marks?
Oh my God, they killed it. It was hysterical and touching, and I cried and I laughed, and they nailed it. They really knocked it out of the park. I'm so infinitely proud of that show. It's beautiful.
I'm proud of you.
Really. It's definitely worth coming. Mm-hmm.
And it's also worth coming because the set is amazing, and you put blood, sweat, and tears into it. And if you haven't been to Sunstone Studios, you need to go and check it out. They took over the Off the Wall space. It's right across the street from the Rep, and they just did some cool shit. You need to go.
Yeah, my actors are fantastic. It's 3
and that too
big performances, and they just kill it. They really
awesome.
do.
You can go to Sunstone Studios, mke.com for that. Milwaukee Opera Theater has their amazing, and this is what I need my for, because it's spoken word opera happening with amazing local artists, with an amazing project by the Decameron Opera Coalition, a Heroes project as we are still stumbling through this pandemic. They fringe opera companies all over the United States put this project together to salute heroes, and Milwaukee Opera Theater has theirs online through the end of the year. You need to go and check it out and support Milwaukee Opera Theater because they're doing some amazing work with opera and just pushing the genre forward. It's Joanna Ponasek is my hero. So please go to MilwaukeeOperaTheater.org. Yes, and check that out. I will always promote Pink Umbrella Theater Company because they are just also an amazing group of people. That's my kid in that photo. I also think she's super cute and needs to be on the internet everywhere, except when she might come in here in the last minute here and start screaming, I'm not supposed to be working right now. So that's another thing altogether. But they are in a fundraising drive. Go to PinkUmbrellaTheater.org and support this wonderful company of getting people who are identify with a disability, mental, physical, emotional, whatever it is, into the arts and getting visibility and representation for them and experience, and really trying to do more for that community. So Katie Cummings, also an amazing woman, we're talking about a lot of women. We've got a lot of amazing women in this community. I'm just
great.
Yeah. Yeah. And like we said, please, if you have not yet gotten vaccinated, do this. If you're able to get your booster, do that. And join us in person in the theater universe to make yourself feel better. Bring your vaccination cards to the taming, to the cake, to Wink. Just have it on you at all times, and you will have a free pass into the world of theater.
Hey, I've got to say, as having been doing theater, in the pandemic, it's one of the safer places I feel.
Yeah. Yes.
Public with a bunch of people. One, that most of the people there are vaccinated, and two, if you're watching the show, you have to wear a mask. You have to show a vaccination card, or you have to show proof of, a negative test. And I mean, where are you going to be more safe, than there?
And we have hand sanitizer everywhere.
Yep.
So make it happen. I do have to always give a shout out to Imagine MKE, and wonderful organization that is an amazing advocate for the arts. They give us this really great producing platform to use for this show, and so I have to thank them. But I want everybody in the universe to be a better arts advocate, and they make it happen. They give you all the tools that you could possibly need to happen to contact your elected officials, to tell them, please support the arts. I got an email from one of my officials saying, what is your most important issue or something like that? And it was gun control, abortion, blah, 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 like all the things that we say. And then it had other. I clicked other. I said, why are there no arts selections on this survey at all? Why are you not theater, music, visual? That is my main issue. Why are you not concerned about it at all? All caps. I haven't heard you do that.
All about, I mean, that world is mental health world, and that's important. I mean, you know, the arts for many people is a safe space for being creative, being healthy, you know, mentally and a lot.
Yes.
So,
yeah. And like I said, go and if you're out there and you're watching this, even tonight, tomorrow, whatever, go and find a show in Milwaukee to watch. Just people have worked their butts off to make you feel better, to make you laugh, and you will. And do you know what? If you go and see a live theater show and you do not laugh, be it The Taming, be it The Cake, be it Wink, be it Stew. I hear Stew is also heartfelt and will make you laugh. If you go to one of these shows and you do not laugh, I will give you a free ticket to Babel in Spring. You can contact me. You can find the information on the Constructivist website. You can have a free ticket. You can have 2 free tickets if you do not laugh by going and seeing a show this weekend or next. And you email me and go, it was the worst experience of my life. You can have a free ticket to Babel in Spring. There you go. You have it recorded. It's real. So it's on the internet. So it's real. But that's what we got this week. Also, I do want to mention, because it's the week after, we are getting another meeting together for the our Milwaukee chapter of the Parent Artist Advocacy League. PAL is an organization that's trying to help normalize parents and caregivers in the arts world and normalizing their presence and assistance, getting them assistance to be more present in our world. Like Aurora, you know, can come down to the theater with me and there will be somebody there to watch her type thing. So it's part job creator, part service that we're trying to make happen. And we think Milwaukee is a great place to start making that happen. So check the Theater Alliance Facebook page. We'll be posting all of that. Maggie will be there. I will be there. We will be there. Yes?
yeah.
And I will see you at the Taming hopefully shortly.
I hope so too. You know, I'm not going to be able to, I don't think, see your show live, but send the link.
Well, I'm still working on the streaming thing, but well, I don't know.
Yeah, work on it if you can.
I'm going to work on it. But thank you so much for being here, Maggie. I know how busy you are. I know how hard you're working, and so I thank you for coming and being here. And thank you out there for being here as well. Tell your friends about this show, maybe. We have some funny people on occasionally. You can listen to me talk about myself. And then we will see you next week. I'm going to try and get one of these Renaissance ladies to host next week. Otherwise, I'll pull in Jilliana, or I'll pull in Suzan Scott-Fry, or I'll pull in somebody else. Somebody's always willing to fill in on this beast that we call You've Got a Thing.